Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're back with another Curse of Oak Island video. Before we get into it, if you guys like this video, give us a like and subscribe. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've done one of these videos because last week they didn't have a new episode on, so that's why. This is for Season 7, Episode 14. It's called Burnt Offering. I don't know why they call it that. Yes, this week it starts off with the group. They're in the what they call it, the war room, and they get the piece of wood that they test, and they find out it is from 1696, roughly. Anyways, to be honest, I don't think they know exactly what year, but roughly it's like 1696, so late 1600s. So that was kind of cool. And then they go back to Smith's Cove, and which has been a few weeks since they went down to Smith's Cove. Actually, I'm sure they've been doing something down there, but I guess the hurricane they had kind of made a mess, so they were cleaning it up. And they said excavated some of it. There was some structure they found a while back, and they've been slowly trying to excavate it. Well, tonight they did too much, and they almost destroyed part of the structure they were trying to uncover. And then they they just kind of stopped. I think they were worried about doing more damage, so they just stopped any more excavating. And Smith's Cove, sorry. In this episode, they just kind of stopped. I don't know why they didn't continue other than they were afraid they were going to destroy what was left of the structure, but just leaving and not continuing. I don't know if they're going to have some plan to try to reinforce what's left. I don't know. So they started digging in a different location, and that was up in the what they call the uplands, which is only between the swamp and Smith's Cove. And they were starting to think maybe that the structures down in Smith's Cove weren't connected to the box train, so they went to this other location and started digging up some more stuff. And I guess they were finding all kinds of large pieces of wood and timbers and whatnot. Not too far below the surface. They said it was like 50 feet or something like that. And they had done scans earlier in an earlier episode where they knew there was something underground, but they didn't know what it was. They don't know if it's a shaft or if it's from there was another company that was there. In it was in the 19th century, but they don't know if it was that company trying to excavate, and if it was some structure that they created. I don't really know. And they don't know what's going on with that. So they were digging in, and they really didn't find it except for wooden timbers. They didn't actually find any significant structures yet. I mean, they're still digging in that location. They did find, and they also, anyways, and there's later on in the show, they go back to the swamp, and they did some metal detecting. They found some weighted piece of iron, which they brought to the blacksmith friend of theirs, and he thought it was maybe from a ship. It was a bind that held stuff together. It's from I believe he said the 1700s. So that was kind of cool, I guess. I mean, it was nothing major. And they also talked about how they found some rock structure in what they called the Eye of the Swamp, and that's really all they said about that. But I'm excited because they talked about how they're going to bring in some of those caissons and start digging where they had thought the money pit was. And in the early video, it was talking about how they drilled all these small holes, and they kept thinking they found the tunnel for the money pit that connects the money pit, whatever. So I believe they're going to start digging in that location maybe in the next episode, because they did talk about how they're going to contact the company to come out and start digging with the larger caisson, which hopefully they do, because these episodes aren't all that exciting when they just find a small piece of iron and not really find anything. They find timbers underground, but they're yet to find an actual tunnel, all right, the money pit or whatever. Part of me thinks that there isn't really. They're not going to find any real money pit. I think they're just going to find structures and maybe some pottery, metalwork and stuff. It's kind of like the same stuff they've already found. I don't think they were ever going to find a money pit, because I don't understand how it's taken these guys this long to try to dig to find this up. But yet, if these people did this back in the 1600s, 1700s, they wouldn't have had the technology or equipment to dig that deep. So So okay, if those guys are able to do it, how come these guys can't do it with modern machinery and technology? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I could be wrong. It would be kind of cool if they do actually find something, but every episode is just minor things and nothing significant. They keep saying, "Oh, we think we finally found a tunnel. Oh, we think this is a shaft, or this might be what do they call it? The box drains. They flooded the tunnels for the money pit, but there's a lot of talking about, but they don't actually have any real significant, what's the word I'm looking for?
What?
Evidence. They don't have any significant evidence.
Data?
Yeah, it's data evidence that proves that any of this stuff actually exists. It's just, it's just been passed down to like a legend type of thing. Like, there's treasure buried somewhere on this island. It's the money pit. But I don't know. There's nothing yet significant enough. I mean, just structures, which over a few hundred years, anybody could have built structures looking for the same thing, but there's really nothing there other than artifacts and stuff from people who did live on the island, which is not significant. I mean, they haven't found anything really worth any. It hasn't really been worth anything. I mean, they've been finding piece of metal, iron, nails, stuff like that, but nothing tremendous. So, who knows? I mean, I'm just gonna keep watching. And hopefully, they find something. Because I do find this show fascinating. I do hope these guys do find something, because they put a lot of money and hard work in it. It'd be kind of bad for them if they find nothing. I don't know how many years they plan on being on the island trying to find something. Every week it's just like another step forward, but who knows? Another interesting episode. So I think that's going to wrap it up. If you guys like this video, give us a like and subscribe. Until next time.